Hello everyone, my name is Aryan Asadian. I'm going to present you our proposal for the collaborative design and research course project, which is called Intelligent Glove for Group Conversation for Deafblind Users. Jude, Arokiam, Noopa, Jagagadeesh, and I myself are working on this project. A few weeks ago, from the presentation of Dr. Sakai, we found some useful information about the Cine Foundation and some statistics about its members in Canada. For example, in one of the slides, we found that a large fraction of the members of Cine Foundation have more than one disability at the same time. At that moment, we had many different ideas, but after reviewing these statistics, we found that many of them are not applicable to the clients who have more than one disability at the same time. So we just decided to target one specific group of the members of Cine Foundation. We found some branch in Cine Foundation, which their logo is located in the bottom right of the screen, the Cine Deafblind Community Service. So we just clarified the deafblind community as our target community for designing project. Another motivation that we just defined for ourselves from the presentations of Dr. Sakai was this slide. Because we're computer scientists, we are interested in assistive devices, and we found some unbelievable statistics. We found a large fraction of the users either don't use these assistive devices or they use more than 4 or 5 devices at the same time. So if we just want to interpret these statistics, we can define, especially in human-centered design point of view, we can find that a majority of these devices have not been designed based on the true needs of their clients. So this is one of the problems that we are going to solve. And also, as another motivation, we just tried to find some information about our target community. According to the Cine Deafblind Community Services, the number of individuals who are deafblind in Canada is more than 350,000 people in 2006, which is a large population. So we're going to solve some problems for a large population in Canada. Let's take a look at the existing ways of communication in the deafblind community. Some of these type of communications are old and they have been existent for a long time. The first one is printing in the palm of the hand. In this way, the speaker should type or print the words that he or she wants to say to that deafblind person, alphabet by alphabet or character by character, on the palm hand of the deafblind person. So in this case, there are some kind of problems. First of all, the pace of the communication and conversation is slow, and also in the case that the speaker wants to change his or her words or change the topics, it leads to confusion for the deafblind person. And also it needs physical contact or the physical touch. The second way of communication, called tadoma or lip touch. In this way, the deafblind person should touch the lips of the speaker in order to find and interpret what he or she is going to say. This is not too much common, especially for the deafblind people who were deafblind since their childhood. So they don't know how the movement of the lips or mouth in the process of speaking. But this is one of the ways of communication. And actually, one of the disadvantages is the physical contact it needs. The third group of communication is the tactile signing or the sign languages. Some of these sign languages are famous, for example, the Braille or LORM, which is useful which is used in many countries, in European countries or in some part of the North America. For example, the Braille, as you can see, there are many bold points that by these bold points, they just define characters, and by using these characters, they can write the words. The other type of the communication is one-hand manual alphabet. This is not too much common right now, but in this way, the deafblind person or the person who just want to use this a specific type of communication should make different shapes by his or her hands in order to convey different characters. So as you can see, there are many. There's a complex actually way of communication, and that's why it's not too much common in comparison with the other techniques. The other type is called alphabet glove. In comparison with the printing in the palm of the hand, I think alphabet glove is an enhancement and is an improvement because of many reasons. In addition, instead of actually printing each character of the word on the palm of the hand, you can push different areas of fingers or hand to convey that specific alphabet. And also, they just predefine some specific areas of the palm or on the other side of the hand for conveying common words like yes or no or okay. So in this way, there is no need to retype many common words again and again. And also the last one, teletouch machine or telebraille. In this case, the speaker should type what he or she is going to say, and the deafblind person can receive those messages via the braille pad, which is located on the device. So let's take a look at the backgrounds and related works in this area. We just find some kind of related papers about the intelligent gloves, and we are going to analyze them and find what are their advantages, what are their main contribution, and what are the existing solutions, existing problems in their approach. The first one, which is a highly reputable paper, is called Mobile Alarm Glove. It's an intelligent glove. This research has been done by a university in Germany, and they tried to make an intelligent glove for textual communication for deafblind people via the German language. This is the way that the alphabets and characters of the German language have been defined on the glove. And the glove contains many sensors that act like the keyboard. So the deafblind person can type whatever he or she wants to send through the messages, the textual messages to the other people. And also it has many vibration motors to receive and interpret those textual messages and convert them to the actually way that is understandable and receivable by the deafblind person. The second type, the second paper is called GLOSS or Glove for Speech Recognition. This is similar to the mobile alarm glove, but they just add some kind of central processing unit to process the receive the speech. So in this case, the deafblind person can attend in normal communication and conversations, but first of all, they cannot find the direction that or the place that the speaker stands, and also it cannot support one-to-many communications or one-to-many conversations at the same moment. And also the third one, which is called deafblind glove or DB glove, is similar to the mobile alarm glove. It doesn't have any support for the speech recognition, but their main contribution is their prototyping and also using the real fraction of their target clients. I mean, the real members of the deaf-blind community to test their intelligent glove. After we reviewed the existing solutions and actually related research to the area of new types of communication for deafblind community, we found that there are some kind of problems and challenges in these existing ways. First of all of these traditional ways of communication requires knowledge. So the deafblind person is only limited for communication with the people who know actually this type of communication, which are not too many people. So in most of the cases, they're dependent to other people that act as an interpreter. And also, there is no respect to the personal privacy. In many countries like Canada, people respect their personal privacy. This is not common to actually have physical contact with other people, and especially when in the case that the two people who are going to have communication are completely estranged. And also, it's not hygienic at all, especially in these days that you can see there are many warnings about having physical contact. So these are the problems of the existing methods of communication. And also, we have another challenges. Canada is a diverse country with many different people from different cultural and religious backgrounds. So in many cultures, in many religions, this is not accepted to have physical contact, especially in the case that the gender of the people in a communication is different. So this is another challenge that we have. And also, even in the related works, there is no solution for one-to-many or group conversations. So in most of the times, the deafblind person is only limited to talk or have communication with only one person. As a brief review for our design procedure, we just define the main components of our product. Our product contains two gloves with vibration modules and sensors. This part is completely similar to the previous works, but the difference is that our gloves are gonna be cover more than the hands. They will cover some part of the wrists as well, because we need some kind of vibration modules for the wrists. These vibration modules can identify where the speaker exactly stands. So the direction that the deafblind person should talk is going to be correct. And also it can handle one-to-many communications with actually detecting the voice of the speaker and analyzing who is speaking right now. Also, we have more extra place or area for defining new characters or new specific words for the deafblind person. So there's no need to type the common words like, I don't know, similar to okay or no or yes. We just considered a central processing unit. Actually, one of our main motivation is to reduce the number of devices. But in the case that, for example, the deafblind person, especially in older people, they're not interested in using smartphones. They can use the device itself. It's completely can be used alone, but it should be completely compatible with the smartphones as well. And also a microphone for receiving and absorbing the speech of the speakers around the deafblind person. So actually our general objective is, first of all, engage and motivate the deafblind community members to attend in group conversations and be more active in the society with having communications with other members of the society. And also we are going to design a low cost with high mobility and high compatibility with other devices, such as smartphones, for the deafblind community members to have an easier and a more pleasant way of communication. In conclusion, in this project proposal, we just defined our the main objectives, the main motivations, and also what are the existing problems that we are going to solve. And by designing this project, we will improve the quality of communications for the deafblind community. We will enable them to have one-to-many communications. This will be useful in many cases like the special schools and the other learning contexts. We aim to make deafblind community members more independent for having communications and be more active in the society. These are our references, and thank you for your time. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.